Charlie slammed the door to her childhood bedroom, her heart pounding like a drum in a storm, as her father's voice echoed from downstairs. "You're going to that church retreat, young lady, and that's final." She collapsed onto the bed, tears stinging her eyes, knowing this was just another attempt to fix her, to mold her into the perfect daughter he envisioned, straight, devout, and unquestioning. But in the silence, her mind raced back to Sawyer, the woman who had become her anchor, her secret, and now, perhaps, her undoing. Charlie had always known she was different. Growing up in the conservative suburbs of Atlanta, Georgia, where church bells rang every Sunday and Bible verses adorned every wall in her home, she learned early to bury her feelings deep. Her father, Pastor Elias Thompson, was a pillar of the community, preaching fire and brimstone against what he called moral decay. He loved her fiercely, but his love came with conditions, expectations that she would marry a nice Christian boy, start a family, and carry on the legacy. Charlie tried. God, how she tried. She dated boys in high school, held hands at youth group events, even kissed one under the bleachers once, but it all felt like acting in a play where she forgot her lines. Inside, her thoughts wandered to girls, the way their laughter lit up rooms, the softness in their smiles. But admitting that would shatter her world. Sawyer entered her life like a quiet revolution. She was her mother's sister, Aunt Sawyer, but closer in age to Charlie than to her mom, only 13 years apart. Sawyer had moved back to Atlanta after years in New York, claiming she needed a break from the city's chaos. She was everything Charlie aspired to be. Independent, sharp-witted, with a career in graphic design that let her travel and create. "I'm here to mentor you, kiddo," Sawyer had said on her first day, ruffling Charlie's hair. "Your mom thinks you need a big sister figure, and honestly I could use the family time." Charlie's mother, Lydia, nodded approvingly, oblivious to the undercurrents. But from the start there was something electric between them. Sawyer listened without judgment, shared stories of her own rebellions, and encouraged Charlie to question the rigid path laid out for her. Late nights turned into confessions. Charlie would sneak out to Sawyer's apartment downtown, where the air smelled of fresh coffee and freedom. "I feel trapped," Charlie whispered one evening, staring at the city lights from the balcony. Sawyer leaned against the railing, her eyes soft. "Trapped how?" Charlie hesitated, her pulse quickening. Like I'm pretending to be someone I'm not. For Dad. For everyone." Sawyer's hand brushed hers, a touch that sent sparks through Charlie's veins. "Pretending is exhausting, Charlie. What if you just stopped?" In that moment, Charlie felt seen, truly seen for the first time. But she pulled away, fear gripping her. What if Sawyer knew the full truth? What if she rejected her? The thought twisted like a knife. As weeks turned to months, the bond deepened. Sawyer took Charlie under her wing, teaching her design software, introducing her to books on self-discovery, even sneaking her into art galleries where diverse crowds celebrated love in all forms. Charlie's inner turmoil grew. She lay awake at night, replaying Sawyer's laughs, the way her fingers lingered when passing a sketchbook. "This can't be happening," she thought, burying her face in her pillow. "She's family. She's straight. This is wrong." But the pull was undeniable. One afternoon, during a mentoring session at Sawyer's place, Charlie's resolve cracked. They were reviewing portfolios when Sawyer's hand covered hers. "You're talented, Charlie. Don't let anyone dim that." Charlie looked up, their faces inches apart. Time froze. Then impulsively, Charlie leaned in, her lips brushing Sawyer's in a tentative kiss. Sawyer didn't pull away at first. The world exploded in that instant. Sawyer's eyes widened, and she gently pushed Charlie back. "Charlie, what was that?" Shame flooded Charlie, hot and unrelenting. "I'm sorry. I don't know. I feel things for you. Things I shouldn't." Sawyer's face paled, but there was something in her expression, not disgust but conflict. "We can't. You're my niece. This is complicated." Charlie fled, heart-shattering, vowing to bury it all deeper. But the kiss lingered, a secret that haunted her dreams. Back home, her father's pressure mounted. He announced a family dinner with the Hargroves, whose son Ben was perfect husband material. Charlie dressed up, forced a smile, but inside she screamed. During dinner, Ben droned on about his engineering degree, while Charlie's mind wandered to Sawyer. "Why can't I be normal?" she agonized silently. Why does loving her feel so right, yet so damning? After in her room she texted Sawyer. Forget it happened. Please. Sawyer replied. We need to talk. Come over tomorrow. Dread mixed with hope. What if Sawyer felt it too? But the next day brought a storm. Sawyer opened the door, her usual confidence fractured. Charlie, sit down. They faced each other on the couch, tension thick. That kiss stirred things up for me too. But there's something you don't know. Charlie's breath caught. What? Sawyer sighed, eyes distant. I'm not straight. Never have been. I've hidden it from the family for years. Shock rippled through Charlie. Her aunt, her mentor, was like her? Why hide? Sawyer laughed bitterly. Your grandfather disowned me once. I came back reformed. But it's all a lie. And now, you. The implication hung heavy. Charlie's world tilted. This wasn't just attraction. It was a mirror of her own struggles. But family ties complicated everything. Does Mom know? Sawyer shook her head. No one does. If they find out. The confession unlocked a floodgate. They talked for hours, Sawyer sharing her past. Failed relationships, the pain of concealment. Charlie felt a kinship that bordered on destiny. I've been fighting this for so long. Charlie admitted, tears flowing. Dad would kill me. Sawyer hugged her. A platonic embrace that felt charged. We fight together now. But doubt crept in. Was this love or projection? Charlie wrestled internally. She's guiding me, but what if I'm confusing gratitude for romance? The line blurred dangerously. As the evening waned, Sawyer's phone buzzed. Lydia. Inviting them both to church Sunday. Great, Sawyer muttered. Charlie laughed nervously. Family bonding. But inside panic brewed. How long could they hide? The kiss had ignited a fire. And now with Sawyer's secret revealed, the stakes soared. Charlie left, mind racing. This could destroy us all. Little did she know the real betrayal was just beginning. The church service dragged on, Pastor Elias's voice booming through the sanctuary like thunder. Charlie sat between her parents, Sawyer a row behind, their eyes meeting briefly in the crowd, a silent pact amid the hymns. But as the sermon turned to resisting temptation, Charlie's stomach knotted, the words feeling like arrows aimed at her soul. We must guard our hearts against the devil's whispers, her father preached, his gaze sweeping the congregation. Charlie wondered if he sensed her turmoil, if her secret sin was written on her face. Afterward, the family gathered for brunch at home. Lydia bustled in the kitchen, humming gospel tunes, while Elias grilled Sawyer about her city life. You staying out of trouble, sis? He asked, half joking. Sawyer smiled tightly. Always, Eli. Charlie watched the exchange, her mind churning. He has no idea, she thought. The woman he trusts to mentor me is the one awakening my truth. The irony burned. Ben Hargrove dropped by uninvited, bearing flowers. Just checking in, he said with a wink. Charlie forced politeness, but her thoughts screamed rebellion. I can't do this anymore. That night, alone with Sawyer at her apartment, the air crackled with unspoken desire. Today's sermon hit hard, Charlie confessed, pacing. Sawyer nodded. It always does. But we're not temptations, Charlie. We're human. Their hands intertwined, a simple gesture that evolved into something more. A shared vulnerability. Charlie's heart raced. Is this wrong? Family or not, she understands me like no one else. Sawyer pulled back first. We have to be careful. If anyone finds out. The warning hung, but Charlie pushed forward. What if we don't hide? What if we fight? Sawyer's eyes darkened. You don't know the cost. I lost everything once. Flashbacks haunted Sawyer. In her 20s, she'd fallen for a colleague in New York. A whirlwind romance that ended when her conservative roots pulled her back. Grandfather Thompson had discovered letters, disowning her in a rage-filled letter. No deviance in this family. She reinvented herself, suppressing her identity to regain acceptance. Now with Charlie, old wounds reopened. I'm risking it all again, she thought, staring at the ceiling after Charlie left. For her? Or for me? The mentor role blurred into something deeper, more dangerous. Charlie's double life intensified. By day she attended college classes, feigning interest in Ben's texts. By night, stolen moments with Sawyer. Conversations that danced on the edge of confession. One evening, over wine, non-alcoholic for Charlie's sake, Sawyer admitted, "That kiss. I haven't stopped thinking about it." Charlie's breath hitched. "Me neither." They leaned in but Sawyer stopped. "We can't cross that line." "Not yet." Frustration boiled in Charlie. Why tease if we can't have it? But she understood, the family web tangled them both. Pressure from Elias mounted. He arranged a purity pledge event at church, insisting Charlie participate. "It's for your future," he said, eyes earnest. Charlie nodded but inside rage simmered. "My future? Or yours?" At the event, surrounded by peers vowing chastity and heteronormativity, Charlie felt like a fraud. Sawyer attended as support, their secret glances a lifeline. But Ben cornered her afterward. "We should go out sometime. Your dad approves." Charlie snapped. "I'm not interested." His hurt expression mirrored her guilt. "I'm hurting him for nothing," she agonized. "Or for everything." The turning point came during a family barbecue. Elias announced, "Ben's asked to court you properly, Charlie. I think it's time." Panic surged. Charlie excused herself, fleeing to the backyard where Sawyer followed. "I can't," Charlie whispered. Sawyer held her. "Then don't. But think of the fallout." In that moment under the stars, Charlie made a decision. "I choose you. Us." Sawyer's kiss in response was tentative, filled with years of repression, but joy mingled with fear. "What have we started?" Word spread subtly. Lydia noticed their closeness, joking, "You two are inseparable." But suspicion lurked. Charlie's inner conflict raged. Am I betraying my family? Or finally honoring myself? Sawyer wrestled too. She's young. Am I taking advantage? Doubt seeded betrayal. One night, Sawyer received a call from an old flame in New York, offering a job and escape. Maybe I should go, she thought, before this implodes. But she stayed for now. Charlie pushed boundaries. She skipped church, claiming illness, spending the day with Sawyer exploring Atlanta's hidden LGBTQ+ spots. Cafes where love wasn't judged. This is freedom, Charlie breathed. Sawyer smiled but worry etched her face. Freedom has a price. Indeed, Elias confronted Charlie that evening. Where were you really? Lies tumbled out but he sensed deceit. Don't stray, daughter. God sees all. Guilt clawed at Charlie. He's right. Or is he? The moral quandary deepened, love versus faith, self versus family. As tensions built, a crack appeared. Ben rejected, gossiped to friends about Charlie's weird vibes with her aunt. Whispers reached Elias. Sawyer, sensing the storm, urged caution. We slow down. But Charlie rebelled. No more hiding. Their argument escalated, voices raised. You're scared, Charlie accused. Sawyer snapped. Damn right. I've paid before. The fight left them raw, questioning everything. Charlie stormed out, tears blinding her. Is this worth it? Little did she know, the real betrayal loomed closer. Elias's suspicion festered like an untreated wound. He pulled Charlie aside after dinner, his face stern. I've heard things. About you and Sawyer. Charlie's blood ran cold. What things? He shook his head. Just rumors. But remember, family is sacred. Don't let the world corrupt you. The warning echoed in her mind as she met Sawyer later. He's onto us, she whispered. Sawyer paled. We end this now. But Charlie refused. No. We face it. Inner turmoil gripped Sawyer. She's idealistic. I know the pain ahead. The next days blurred into a haze of secrecy. Charlie journaled her thoughts. Loving Sawyer feels like breathing after drowning. But Dad's love is conditional, straight or outcast. She confronted her ethics. Was pursuing this selfish? Moral? Society's judgments weighed heavy. Friends at college whispered about those people, reinforcing her fears. Sawyer, meanwhile, battled her own demons. I'm her aunt by blood. This crosses lines. Guilt prompted her to distance, canceling meetings. Charlie felt the sting. Is she abandoning me? Betrayal struck unexpectedly. Lydia, overhearing a phone call, confronted Sawyer. What's going on with you and my daughter? Sawyer denied, but Lydia pressed. I know you're different. From back then. The hidden secret surfaced. Lydia had known about Sawyer's past all along, covering for her. I protected you, Lydia hissed. Don't drag Charlie down. Sawyer crumbled internally. My own sister sees me as a threat. She promised to back off, but the damage was done. Charlie sensed the shift. Sawyer grew distant, responses curt. What's wrong? Charlie demanded during a rare meetup. Sawyer hesitated. Your mom knows about me. Not us but my orientation. Shock hit Charlie. And she hid it? Sawyer nodded. To keep peace. Rage boiled. Hypocrites. They preach love but practice hate. But doubt crept. Maybe they're right. Maybe this is wrong. The mouth-wan Duk intensified. Family loyalty versus personal truth. In a moment of desperation, Charlie confided in a college friend, Mia, who was openly bi. It's complicated, Charlie said. Mia urged. Own it. But be ready for fallout. Inspired, Charlie planned a confrontation. But Sawyer beat her to it. I'm leaving Atlanta, Sawyer announced one evening. Back to New York. It's for the best. Charlie's world shattered. You're running? After everything. Sawyer's eyes filled with tears. I'm saving you. From me. From this mess. Betrayal cut deep. She promised to fight with me. Charlie stormed out, heart in pieces. Alone, Charlie faced her reflection. Who am I without her? Without the lie. She skipped classes, wandered parks, questioning every choice. Was it love or rebellion? The pain of potential loss forced growth. Meanwhile, Sawyer packed, second-guessing. Am I coward? Or protector? A call from Elias changed everything. Sawyer, come to dinner. We need to talk family. Dread filled her. At the table, tension simmered. Elias prayed extra long, eyes on Sawyer. Post-meal, he cornered her. Lydia told me. About your past. Sawyer froze. It's not who I am now. Elias's face hardened. Lies. And now influencing Charlie. The accusation exploded. Charlie, overhearing, burst in. Leave her alone. Elias turned, shocked. This is about you too? Confessions tumbled. I'm like her, Dad. I love women. Silence deafened. Lydia gasped. Elias's voice trembled. No, not my daughter. The confrontation escalated. Yells, tears, Bible quotes flung like weapons. You're choosing sin. Elias roared. Charlie countered. I'm choosing me. Sawyer tried mediating. Eli, listen. But he cut her off. You poisoned her. Betrayal layered. Family turning on family. Charlie fled to her room, Sawyer following. We did this, Sawyer whispered. Charlie nodded, exhausted. But I'd do it again. Their bond tested, strengthened amid chaos. Elias's ultimatum came. Repent or leave. Charlie's decision loomed. Stay and conform, or go and lose everything. Inner debate raged. Freedom's price is high. Is it worth it? Sawyer offered. Come with me to New York. Temptation pulled, but roots held. The night ended in stalemate. Charlie lay awake. I've hurt them all. But hiding hurts more. Sawyer, in her apartment, pondered. Did I awaken her or destroy her? The drama peaked, choices irreversible. As dawn broke, Charlie texted Sawyer. I'm ready to fight. But unseen, Elias plotted intervention, a church counselor, perhaps conversion therapy. The web tightened. The counselor's office smelled of stale coffee and judgment. Elias had dragged Charlie there, insisting. This will help you see clearly. Dr. Harlan, a stern man with wire-rimmed glasses, nodded approvingly. We'll address these confusions. Charlie sat rigid, mind screaming. Confusions? This is who I am. Sawyer had warned her. Don't go. It's brainwashing. But defying Elias outright risked eviction. The session probed. When did these feelings start? Charlie stonewalled. Thinking of Sawyer's touch, her support. They're not feelings to fix. Harlan pressed. Your father's concern for your soul. Guilt twisted. Am I damning us all? Post-session, Charlie confronted Elias at home. That was torture. He sighed. It's love, Charlie. Tough love. Lydia watched silently, her own secrets bubbling. I covered for Sawyer years ago, she admitted later to Charlie. But this. It's different. You're my child. Betrayal stung anew. You hid her truth but condemn mine? Lydia's tears flowed. I was scared. The family fracture deepened, each member paying a price. Elias his illusions, Lydia her peace, Charlie her innocence. Sawyer's departure loomed. She packed boxes, heart heavy. Stay, Charlie begged during a clandestine visit. We can face them together. Sawyer wavered. I've fought this battle before. Lost friends, family. Her story unfolded. Exiled after coming out, rebuilding alone. You deserve better than my scars. Charlie's resolve hardened. Your scars make you real. I need you. Their embrace lingered, charged with unspoken love. But Sawyer pulled away. Think of the ethics. Aunt and niece, society won't accept. Moral quandary hit Charlie. Is love enough to defy norms? Society's pressure amplified. A college rumor spread, Ben's doing perhaps. Peers whispered, stares followed. Charlie's friend Mia offered solace. Screw them. Live your truth. But isolation gnawed. Am I ready for this hate? She wondered. A protest on campus against anti-LGBTQ+ bills inspired her. Signs waving, chants echoing. She joined, feeling empowered. Texting Sawyer. I marched today. For us. Sawyer replied. Proud. But careful. The climax brewed at a family intervention. Elias gathered everyone, Lydia, Sawyer reluctantly, even Ben. We pray for guidance, Elias began. But accusations flew. You've corrupted her, he yelled at Sawyer. Sawyer fired back. No, I've shown her authenticity. Charlie defended. This is me, Dad. Accept or lose me. Tears streamed. Ben awkward, left early. Lydia broke. Stop. We're tearing apart. The room fell silent, each confronting losses. Elias his control, Sawyer her facade, Charlie her security. In the aftermath, Charlie chose. I'm leaving with Sawyer. Elias's face crumpled. Don't. But she packed, heartbreaking. This hurts, but staying hurts more. Sawyer, touched, agreed. New York, fresh start. Their drive north was tense, confessions spilling. I love you, Charlie said. Sawyer echoed. I do too. But we'll take it slow. Joy mingled with sorrow. We've paid dearly, family bonds severed. Arriving in New York, the city buzzed with possibility. Sawyer's old apartment welcomed them. But adjustments came hard. Charlie missed home, questioned. Was running right? Job hunts, new friends, Mia visited, encouraging. But news from Atlanta stung. Elias disowned them publicly at church. Sinners, he called them. Pain pierced. His love was conditional after all. Sawyer comforted. We'll heal. Social integration challenged. At a support group, Charlie shared. I lost my family for love. Empathy flowed, but doubts lingered. Is this happiness worth the wreckage? Sawyer faced professional backlash. Old colleagues judgmental. Worth it, she pondered. Their relationship evolved. Dates in Central Park, quiet nights. But arguments arose. You pushed me into this, Charlie accused once. Sawyer retorted. You chose. Reconciliation followed, growth through pain. As months passed, food for thought emerged. Charlie volunteered at LGBTQ+ centers advocating. Change starts with us. Sawyer designed awareness campaigns. Their bond solidified, but scars remained. A call from Lydia. I miss you. Tentative bridges built. Elias. Silent. Charlie reflected. Forgiveness or finality? The journey taught. Choices echo, prices paid in full. New York's rhythm became their soundtrack. Horns blaring, crowds surging, but beneath Charlie's unrest simmered. Did we win or just survive? She wondered during late-night walks. Sawyer noticed, pulling her close on a bench overlooking the Hudson. Regrets. Charlie shook her head, but honesty compelled. I miss Dad. His voice, even the sermons. Sawyer sighed. Me too. But we couldn't live their lie. The balance of gain and loss weighed heavy, freedom bought with familial exile. Professional strides offered solace. Charlie landed a design internship, Sawyer's connections paving the way. You're thriving, Sawyer said proudly. But shadows loomed. A letter from Elias arrived. I pray for your return to the light. Charlie tore it up, anger flaring. His light blinds him to mine. Lydia's calls increased, pleading reconciliation. He's hurting, she said. Charlie softened. So am I. A visit planned, neutral ground, a cafe in Philadelphia. Nerves jangled. Can wounds mend? The meeting was fraught. Elias appeared older, lines etched deeper. Charlie, he began, voice cracking. Lydia urged peace. Sawyer stayed back, respecting space. Confessions poured. I was wrong to force you, Elias admitted. But your choice. It breaks God's law, Charlie countered. Love isn't sin. Debate ensued. Scripture versus humanity. I've studied, Elias said. Perhaps I misinterpreted. Hope flickered but pride held. Come home. Repent. Charlie refused. Accept me as is. Stalemate. Departure bittersweet. Progress? Or illusion? Back in New York, Charlie processed. He cracked the door. Do I walk through? Sawyer advised caution. Protect your heart. Their relationship deepened. Challenges forging strength. A betrayal resurfaced. Ben emailed, apologizing but revealing he'd fueled rumors. Jealousy, he confessed. Charlie forgave. We all err. Growth evident. Society's mirror reflected change. Pride parades embraced them, friends multiplied. But news of anti-LGBTQ+ legislation stirred activism. Charlie spoke at rallies. We fight for those still hiding. Sawyer designed posters, their art a weapon. Personal costs tallied. Lost innocence, fractured kin. Worth it. Charlie journaled. Yes, for authenticity. A crisis tested. Sawyer's health scare. A routine check revealing stress-induced issues. Forces reflection. This life we chose. It's taken a toll, Sawyer admitted in hospital. Charlie held her hand. We'll endure. Recovery bonded them further. Lydia visited, bridging gaps. Elias sent a card. Thinking of you. Thaw began. As seasons shifted, Charlie evolved. From suppression to embrace, she thought. Sawyer echoed. We've paid but gained souls. A proposal, not marriage but commitment. Forever. Charlie accepted. Joy amid scars. Yet questions lingered. Elias invited them home for holidays. Truce. Charlie debated. Risk rejection again? They went, tensions high. Dinner civil, conversations tentative. Elias shared. I've read books. Talked to others. Shift palpable. Charlie's heart swelled. Change possible? The visit ended positively, promises of more. Back home, Charlie reflected on the Odyssey, deceit, revelation, exile, redemption. We've awakened, but at what cost? Society's prejudices persisted, but their story inspired. In quiet moments, Charlie pondered the ethics. Love's boundaries, family's role, faith's flexibility. The journey's end? Ongoing. But one truth emerged. Choices define, consequences teach. Was it right to prioritize personal love over family harmony, even if it led to profound personal growth and eventual reconciliation?